Hello, everybody. Are you with me? If you're here, then I'd like to thank you for being here. Because that's the type of nigga I am. I'm going to give thanks. And thank you guys, seriously, for being here. And anybody watching from the website, thank you. Again, make sure you subscribe to the website because that's where most of the action will be. That's why we're trying to make it go there. But thank you guys. At the end of the first one, we ended up totaling 120588. So you guys are an awesome group of people. Now, she spent the time cussing people out. And for those who missed the show earlier, you can see it on the website. Go to the website and see it. That's how you can see it. We're about to take you guys around the web again. Thank you for all the people who are here. Make sure you click the like. You guys see what kind of damage it did last time by you guys doing something as simple as clicking the like. It was an awesome thing. What's up, Mike? What's up, good girl? What's up, Will? What's up, Hebrew? What's up, John? Corey's S15. That's my girl. She's in the chat room. Crystal's in there. What's going on? Somebody said no sound. To the person who said no sound, make sure you block that person because everybody else can hear the sound. So make sure you block that person. I don't know why they do that. That's so weird. Like the trolls are like idiots. Like they'll come in and say, I don't hear anything. And I don't know why they do that. And and then once I mention that they say it and they get blocked, then there'll be more that come in and do the same thing. It's a weirdo thing. So Skull Har. Elicio, what's going on? Corona. Crown. Everybody hears me. I know they hear me. They're just Hans Zimmer. What's going on? Thanks for that. UFO in the building. My man, Neptune's in the building. Third shift in the building. It is late everywhere. I told you, look, what do you mean glad I came back? I owed you guys this. Can I get an amen? Oh, you want to know what ATW stand for? It just means around the web. But yes, I owe you guys. I said if you guys, no Halloween outfit. No, I didn't get a Halloween outfit. No. Oh, man. I wanted to do Halloween this year, too. I wanted to do, we were going to do it, and we didn't. We were going to dress up as Star-Lord and Gamora. Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what we should have dressed up as. What does shalom mean? I think it just means hello or peace be with you. Yeah, last year I was dressed up as Deadpool. I had the outfit of the year. That was a tight. Someone said I still got tomorrow. I mean, I could. Is this coffee or tea? This is actually Theraflu. I'm sick. But I told you guys I was going to take you around the web when I got back. And we're going to talk about this woman. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So let's go around the web. Yes, we're back going around the web, guys. And Sansaray, after that nutcase showcase that she did, she made all of her videos unlisted. They're not private, and she didn't delete them. She made them all unlisted, though. So if you go to her channel right now, what you would see is, what you'd see is under her videos, you'd see this. And it's funny that she did it. So here's what she did. She took all of her videos down, but she made sure that she left up the videos that she had with my so-called ex-girlfriend, as you can see right there. So she left them up, which is no problem to me, because remember, Sansaray, you had already done this. You did this before me. I didn't have anything to do with you doing that. You made 2 videos about me and my so-called ex, so you shouldn't have a problem with what I'm doing right now, should you? Should you, ma'am? Hashtag Crispy Cash. just to make sure. Hopefully she doesn't have any problems with this, but she took it all down. Yeah, at Choco LB, you actually did. You're the one that made me download it because you said she's going to take it down, but she didn't take it down, guys. She put it on unlisted, so if you have the link, you still can see it. She is a lunatic, yes. For those who don't know, there's a video, and you can see it on my website, where she went crazy going off on her fans saying they need to give her money because they gave Crispy money, me. They all say the same thing. How many of you guys noticed they've all said the exact same thing? Y'all give money to Crispy. Why you won't give money to me? On what you do, Tommy, and what you do is you give Tommy money, but you won't give me money, eh? All of them say the exact same thing. It's weird. So what they're saying is, I'm scamming people out of their money, but since it's working, they like to scam people too, but they still want what I get to be called scamming. I don't understand that. What I do is called scamming, but they're trying to scam just like me. So Sansa Ray called it scamming. $5 on the board. Yeah. Yeah, and anybody who scams is a cult, but I want you guys to understand, anybody who donates to me is in a cult, and I just scammed you guys. I just scammed that guy out of $5. Thank you, Harold, for joining me at work. Don't get fired. Yeah, somehow it is. Now, the craziest people are the people who sit up there and encourage a woman who's out. And I want you guys to understand what she was doing. She was saying she worked her butt off all day, and she's still broke, and she need $505, and they better give her the money. And then she continued to tell them, when someone asked, well, what's the $505? Because that's a pretty specific amount. And at least he didn't say like $372.28. I mean, but that's a pretty specific amount, $505. And she said she needed it right now. They asked her, well, why would we give you this money? Which, if you're going to ask for money, one of the best ways to get it is tell people why you need it. She said, no, I don't have to tell y'all shit. She says, these were her words. It's none of your business. And I want you guys to understand, she said she'd been working her butt off all day. So I want you to understand what you saw earlier. Let's just say she worked a regular 8-hour job like many of you work, or maybe you work a job like me where you work hours upon hours upon hours. Don't really get a break. This woman said that she worked all day, drove home, and then started streaming. Never went in the house and streamed for about 4 hours. Hans Zimmer said, and here's some more money, Tommy. Thank you. I thank you, Hans, but it looks a whole lot better. I don't mind you doing it that way, but it looks a whole lot better if you go in the description box and you click that one that says Streamlabs. That's the one that makes the red line go across. Also, I'm going to read Team Gandalf tonight as well. So those of you who send it in on PayPal, I'm going to read those as well. I'm going to read those at the end. So after telling them that it's none of their business, she just sat in that driveway for 3 to 4 hours after being away from the home for 8 hours from her 6-month-old child. So you spent 8 hours away from your kid. Then you came home and sat in a driveway for 3 to 4 more hours going off on complete strangers because they're not giving you money to allow you to be able to live the life that you'd like. Guys, if you can, be careful with the timing out and be careful with the blocking people. As I told you, just wait till it's like some extreme shit if you can. When they say some extreme shit, then do it. If it's something that you don't really know, just hold off on it. She was asking for money and cussing people out. But I don't see how any of those women who were there would feel good about supporting a young lady who had been out for 8 hours and then sat in her car for 4 more hours telling y'all better give her some money. Telling y'all that y'all better give her some money. strange things happening. Now, as she got off, she kept referencing me and talking about me because I am the tomocentric part of the YouTube world, the black YouTube world. So I'm tomocentric. The world is tomocentric. But I want you guys to now see, for those of you who saw that, the video I saw before that, because that was a stroke of luck. We got lucky that she melted down while I was on there. I did not expect that. I was supposed to play you guys this, which is her talking about her baby daddy. And for those who don't know, this is a YouTuber who has chronicled every relationship she's ever had online. They don't last long, but they're the love of her life. Every time she's with the person, it's the love of her life. She is the YouTube version of, damn it, what's her name? Erykah Badu. Love of her life, she's got a man. I don't know why my cat is making these weirdo noises. But she had a man called Daddy-O. She had this man, and she gets a bunch of pictures of all these men, and then shit goes left, and then all of them ain't any good. So I want you guys to understand one thing. If an individual keeps saying that every one of their men is bad, like have you ever heard her say, I fucked up that relationship? Have you ever heard her say, this was a good person, I missed out? Right, this person said every man is the best man ever. When they break up, they get put on blast. I think that's the worst thing in the world. Sit up here and put everybody I break up with on blast. It doesn't make sense. Why is it that you just can't stop talking to people and you move on? We know how the world works. We fuck, and then we get tired and we move on to somebody else we fucking, a new fuck. I get it. But why is it that it's everybody else's fault? And the fact that she was talking about good women and was like, we good women. I said, wait, what? But what we're going to do now is let you guys listen to her continue to put this married man that she had a baby by. I want you guys to understand, she got pregnant by a married man who told her when he found out she was pregnant, he did not want it. He told her when he found out, I don't want this. And yet she had the baby anyway, knowing that she was broke. Understand this, guys. She knows that she's broke. She knew it going into it. There was no question about this. She knew she couldn't afford it. Now, I want you to listen to how she talks about the man that she had the baby with. And everybody, just listen. Really? That's what you're doing, Kat? That's what you're going to do, huh? So let's see what she has to say here on her video. Hopefully I got it right because it's 21 seconds in, isn't it? She said the universe told her to keep it. Seriously? Is the universe going to help her pay for it? Is the universe put on child support? Because you do remember, guys, she straight up said she was not going to put him on child support. These women are full of crap. Oh, crap. We have the 10 crispy bucks.
Salsa right here. How you doing? How you doing? I wonder what made Wendy Williams start saying that. How you doing? You got people out there who like that. I be hearing people say, how you doing all the time. Anyway, so it's like windy today in California. It's always beautiful out here, but you know, it's almost like fall. The trees are still green here. I know in the north, on the East Coast, by this time, all of the leaves would have totally been yellow and orange and brown. Most of the leaves here are still attached to the trees, nice and green. That's like beautiful. This is one beautiful, beautiful place.
Yes, she sounds insane because she does that weird laugh out of nowhere. Like, okay, she was telling you how beautiful the stuff was. Why did she say, That's a sign of like a crazy person. Like she goes from one emotion to the other one pretty quick. Right, and she does just ramble. So I'm going to make this thing interesting and fun. So make sure you click that like.
So, I've been doing premieres lately on my channel. So, if you don't catch me doing a live stream, you can catch me doing a premiere. I just loaded a video earlier today on my YouTube channel, and it was called, excuse me, it was called Wasting Time. Not having a man means you are a failure. Right now, immediately just reading the title, it probably would have taken some women aback, some sensitive out.
I don't know why black people have such a problem with pronouncing immediately. It's immediately, 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 immediately. She said immediately. The dude from up there said immediately. Immediately. But who listens to her in all these series she's doing about a man when the only time this woman has not been with a man has been the last 6 months when she's been stalking the married man and she just had the baby? That's it. She's been in a relationship since you've known her on YouTube.
Women. But a strong-minded woman probably would have took the time to actually listen to the video, because what I'm saying in it is amazing. So make sure you check.
And I'm tired of people saying that because you don't follow me, you're either stupid, you're not strong-minded, or something. You see what she said? Well, a strong-minded woman would have. So anybody who didn't do what I say a strong-minded woman would have done, well, that's their problem.
Check it out. I got a part 2 that I'm coming out with tomorrow. So check out that premiere tomorrow. I forgot what time.
And guys, make sure you go and buy a ticket from the website to come see me November the 4th. That's this Sunday in Dallas. We will be adding more shows to that if we sell that out. We're almost sold out. I think we're 10 tickets short. Go and sell. There's only 10 tickets left. Let's go do it.
I think it's 10 o'clock Pacific time, not Eastern Standard Time. So anyway, check out part 1 today. It's already up on my channel. And check out part 2 tomorrow. I think the time is supposed to be 10 a.m. I think it say 10 p.m. by accident. But anyway, just a reminder. So anyway, I was thinking about something. After I posted that. After I posted that video, I was thinking about my relationship with Priest. And I think I did a video about this, and it was about dating down. And I have a level of clarity now that I didn't have then. Like, the way that I was looking at dating down then, because everybody kept coming in my comment section asking me why was I dating down. The perspective that I had during my pregnancy, like right after it happened, is very different from the perspective I have right now. And so
she said dating down. So listen to what she's saying. Why was I dating down? Now, mind you, this was a 37-year-old woman with a 16-year-old child when that man met her, 17. This man wanted nothing to do with her or none of that. And she's still talking crap.
What I was thinking around that time was that men would appreciate women who were actually real cool, real chill, real down-to-earth type women. Because this is the type of woman that men try to portray that they like to be around, And because I've just naturally always been that woman, a lot of men don't appreciate that part of my character. A lot of men will put high value on women that they consider high maintenance, like women who require for them to spend excessive amounts of money on them. I remember saying to a child, and we're just going to say man child. I remember saying to a man child before that the reason why women want you to spend.
Am I the only one that's tired of women being able to be so judgmental about other people and never themselves? How can a woman who just sat in a car for 4 hours yelling at complete strangers that they're not giving her money call somebody a man-child? I'm telling you, this is one of the reasons why most of the women that I know, I want to punch them in the fucking face, because they get to talk recklessly. I'm sorry, women get to talk recklessly. They have nothing on their ledger of importance or that they've done, and yet they sit around talking crap about everybody else. They live at home with their moms, but they talk crap about a man that lives at home with his mom. They have no car, but they talk crap about a man with no car. They have no education and talk crap about somebody with no education.
And all of these ridiculous amounts of money.
They call their baby daddy a deadbeat dad while you sitting up there letting your mama take care of your kid. You live in your mama's house. Think about it, guys. This woman called this man that she has this baby by a deadbeat dad who told her he didn't want the baby in the first place. So he should not be called a deadbeat dad or a dad at all. He didn't want it. If you didn't want to be a mom, you would have had an abortion and nobody would be fucking with you about it every day online. But because this man don't want to have nothing to do with your kid, you get to mess with him all the time. And we supposed to go around calling this man a deadbeat? I refuse. I refuse to call this man a deadbeat. I refuse to use those words. A man is a deadbeat for a kid he didn't want, and he acknowledged off top he didn't want it. But you get to have an abortion or leave your kid with anybody in the world, a police station, a fire station, but no one ever calls you a deadbeat mom. You sat in the car while your kid was in the house with the mom. She had to bring the kid out to the car while you were yelling, but you get to call him a deadbeat.
On them as far as dating goes. It's because women are looking for a specific type of security when they're dealing with a man. And it's a lot of women out there that know that if they're dealing with a man who doesn't want to spend the money that they need to spend on a date, that this man doesn't have the level of security that she needs. Because men usually...
Says the woman living with her mama and in a car. This is who's telling you this. This is who's giving this advice.
Usually equate value with how much money they spend on it.
Nasi said, Tommy, if he didn't want that kid, then he should have used a condom. Too fucking bad. And men, this is the state of womanhood in America. You've never heard one of these bitches. These are the same motherfuckers fighting every day to make sure that abortion stays legal. That bitch who just wrote that. That bitch who wrote that is the same bitch. You don't have to block her though, Mike. No. Let the bitch fend for herself. Sometimes we gotta let bitches like that get exposed. So that's what I'm saying. We don't have to block them. She says too fucking bad. I want you guys to hear what this female said, and then you should understand why I feel the way I feel about women and talk the way I speak. I talk about women. This bitch said if he didn't want a kid, he should have wore a condom. Great. Go to a fucking abortion clinic and say the same thing to the bitches. Go to the adoption centers and say the same thing to the bitches. Is that fair, guys? Because that sounds fair to me.
So if a man feels like you aren't worth him taking the time to put in his money for dates and travel and stuff like that, you should be worried because he classifies in his mind that you are a low maintenance chick. Now, for me, since I've always had my own source of income, I've never really felt uncomfortable with the idea of putting my money into the pot. And I learned a valuable lesson with dealing with Priest because when Priest and I was together, okay?
Now, guys, just so you know what the title of this show that she's doing is called, let's just make sure you can see it. That's the title of her stream. By this man who's married and just wants to move on with his life. They were both hobosexuals. How many of y'all know what a hobosexual is? Fucking for a place to stay. That's what it was. They went from place to place. Having sex. They both homosexuals. But he wanted to get back with his wife, and his wife wanted to take him back. So everything was everything.
Even on our first date, I kicked in half. And with each situation, I always kicked in half. And after the relationship progressed and I could no longer kick in half, he started to look at me as if I was less of a woman because I couldn't kick in half, even though he couldn't even kick in the whole thing that he was supposed to. See, I was genuinely kicking in half just to show him,
So if she was doing all this stuff and she was doing this at 37, not 17, why is she now trying to tell y'all how to do so and so? If I fail at this age, I ain't trying to tell y'all what it was. Look, I fucked up. I'm a dumbass. I'm not trying to sit up here and do nothing but tell you I fucked up. I'm not trying to tell you in some nice way. And there's only 500 likes. Come on, guys, click them likes. But no, I don't get it. But there are people sitting here listening to this woman trying to now tell you like she's the oracle. And I don't understand how. Well, no, I do. Because there's so many black hoes that it's easy for a hoe to get an audience of hoes. Because women are irresponsible and they like to see another irresponsible woman. Makes them feel good.
I can carry my own. I can handle myself. If as long as I'm working, as long as I'm healthy, I will be able to handle myself. I will never, ever just be the type of woman that's going to walk around and be lazy. And the reason why I live the lifestyle I live, which isn't as extravagant as most women, is because a lot of that stuff is unnecessary to me. I spend a lot of my money on experiences, not clothes and shoes and nails and shit like that. I just don't do
places to live and
me,
things for your kid. Yeah, you spend your money on experiences. And so if you spend your money on experiences, and guys, somebody tell me if I'm lying right now, wouldn't she just be spending her money on the kid and not be trying to get the man to send it to her? This was an experience. She learned not to fuck a fellow homosexual. If you're going to be a homosexual, you can't fuck another homosexual. But again, this woman is telling you about all these streams of income she got and all this hard work she's doing and all these cameras she bought and lighting she bought. And cuss y'all out because y'all wasn't sending her the money.
What's beneficial to me is living a comfortable lifestyle. So,
and comfortable is living with a baby in a hotel room? Do you understand, guys? I probably can pause this thing every 3 words she says because they contradict each other. She says she prides herself on living in a comfortable lifestyle. How comfortable is living in a hotel with a newborn? How comfortable is begging YouTubers for money to move from Atlanta to the most expensive state in the union, California? I won't even live in California. California ran me out. I ain't paying this much money. Then came to another state and paid this much money, but that's neither here nor there. The point is, I'm trying to leave this one too and go to Texas where everything's bigger. This is crazy. It's like she's not talking. I just don't get it.
I wanted to show him that as long as I'm working, I'm going to be providing a comfortable lifestyle for myself. And I also need for you to project this type of behavior as well with me. Okay?
And you wanted to show him all this, all while you claimed, for those who don't know, that she quit all her streams of income to be with this man.
But that's the way a female's mind works. Okay? A female will look at a situation and say, I'm going to show a man that I can do X, Y, and Z. In his mind, he'll look at me as like the cool chick that he can, be himself around. But in the mind of a man, psychologically, he doesn't process it the same. Okay? He'll believe that you are at a lower standard than you are if you, in fact, put forth your finances inside of that situation. Because in the mind of a man, his finances are more valuable than anything else. I remember when Priest and I broke up and he did that interview And that interview is on my channel. You go check it out. That interview is on my channel.
What interview?
He did that interview with Sonya. And in it, he said after a while she stopped pulling her weight. Like
Okay, there's a joke to be made here, and I gotta make it. He said after a while, Sansa Ray stopped pulling her weight. Well, Priest, I'm gonna have to tell you that's your fault, man. That is a lot of weight that she would have been pulling, so you can understand how she stopped pulling that, because that's a lot of weight. So that's your bad, Priest. You knew how much this woman weighed, and you thought she was gonna be able to pull all that weight. She could pull it before only a little while, then she'd have to let it go. It's too much weight. Hold on a second, guys. I want to have some music behind this. Let's see if we can put a little music behind this. Why not?
financially, I stopped pulling my weight. And it started to make me think about what his thought process was towards the end of our date. Towards the end of our date, towards the end of our relationship. Because the stuff that he was saying to me towards the end of the relationship, he was trying to make me believe that I was a poor choice. And I was looking at him like, nigga, you can barely afford to pay for a pot to piss in. You don't have a GED. You don't have a high school diploma. You don't have a place of residency. You don't have your own car. You got this baggage from your last relationship. You got so much shit fucked up with you that I put up with, and you want to point in my direction and tell me?
When I break up with you, I'm going to complain about everything you don't do now while I was with you. You too young. You don't do this. You didn't have this. You don't do this. Well, you stay with the person anyway, so shut up. And not only that, but you procreated with the person. I can see if it was just somebody she screwed around with and he left and maybe he went on somebody's show and talked crap, so she was trying to get him back. No, she went on and had a baby with him. How you going to say he had none of this stuff, but you quit your job to be with him? Right, thank you, JR Blast. That's a pot calling the kettle metal.
That I'm the poor choice? Oh my God. You know what's funny about some men? The ones that ain't shit the most, they never look in the mirror and number one, take accountability and
projection
responsibility for where they stand. Okay? They never do that.
Projection. Guys, is she not talking about herself? Is she not talking about herself? She's never said she's done anything wrong, ever.
And they never, ever, ever are capable of being around women that will call them out on their bullshit, number one. And number two, won't coddle them.
Dear, that's all you did was coddle him and didn't call him out in his bullshit. Because all that stuff he had off top that you knew when you met him, and he still got to fuck you, he still got to fuck you raw, and he still got to impregnate you. Do you understand that this woman is trying to talk down on a man who at least was smart enough to say, we shouldn't have this baby, all while you're deciding to say, I'm going to have this baby, all while you're sitting around begging this man now to be a father to a kid he told you he didn't want?
Or enable them. Men like that like to be around women who will continue to give them excuses as to why they haven't had the success that they have wanted in their life. And now that
it's like when my cat get in front of the mirror and start attacking that other cat that's in the house. That cat be at that cat. If you don't get out of here, cat, this is my house, cat. This is her. She apparently doesn't know that she's speaking of herself.
Know that now. I have a very, very, very different outlook on life. You know? I want women to understand something.
Yes,
Okay? This holding your man down shit, don't do that. And I think I said this.
Now, as big as she is, she probably really good at holding a man down, though. She probably can hold a man down for a long damn time.
In that video that I made in regards to dating down, but I don't think I expressed it enough. I don't think I put enough emphasis on it.
The guru
That
of
dating down
somehow
is not a good idea. And sometimes a man will look at a woman who's high valued and don't even recognize her. Because only a high value person can recognize a truly high value person. You see what I'm saying? Like,
do you see she just defeated everything she said earlier? She said only a high value person can recognize a high value person. So if she just talked all that crap about the person she had a baby by, there you go. That's my problem. I listen too much. She literally just put herself down. Only a high value person could recognize a high value person. So there's no way that a high value woman would have gotten pregnant. First off, they would have never dated a guy that she just claimed had everything she claimed when she met him, which was nothing. They would have never dated this guy. But let's just say if you're a woman and you realize, nigga without shit, we'll fuck the shit out of you, so I give him some pussy. The one thing you won't do is have his baby. You'll do everything with that nigga and never have his baby. You'll punch him in the neck if he don't pull out. The fuck wrong with you? I like to get a 6-pack of Plan B. 6-pack. Make a Plan B smoothie for myself. Bitch be in the living room like this.
if a person is a low energy person, they don't even have, like, they can't even see a high value person in their peripheral. That's how bad it is. Because they think a high value person is a person that always wearing fancy clothes, fancy shoes. Nah, that's just somebody that just like to dress. Because there's plenty of people out here who have designer everything on and broke. Dead ass broke. And I don't just mean financially. I mean spiritually broken, uneducated, everything. And
no,
if I didn't know before, I definitely know now.
The only education this woman got is sitting online and talking about she got an education. That's it. Number one. Number two, apparently that education couldn't stop you from fucking a nigga that didn't have all that shit you claim you didn't have and still getting a baby. So what is the value of an education if you're still doing dumb shit? I know a lot of motherfuckers without education in any school of any higher education, and they are amazingly intelligent, and they don't do stupid shit like this. What they used to call it when we were young? Street smarts. Apparently she had no street smarts, so stop messing with street niggas when you don't have street smarts. How many of y'all can agree to that? You know you ain't street. It's like me. I don't do well with street hoes. Street hoes got me. They know how to pull shit over. They know how to pull the wool over my eyes. Because I'll be like, oh, she wants to get out of the street life. No, that's what that bitch does. Niggas are like that too. Y'all be like, oh, if I had just only got him a job. That nigga don't want no job.
The women out here that's getting in these relationships with men who provide financially, you're the real MVP, girl. You're the real MVP. And let me tell you why. Because it's more than just you.
I don't see how nobody listen to this bitch. You're the real MVP. Thank you, Carlos, but you should have never put that $100 in there, Carlos. Anybody else that want to donate, y'all got to click the links in the description box. Make that number move. Bands to make a dance. Make that 10 move. It would have been 110 and she would have been mad. Carlos. Charles. Click the one that says Streamlabs. But thank you anyway, bro. I can't get mad.
Being a quote-unquote gold digger is that you understand the concept of how men look at their finances. They care more about their money than anything. It's men out here who will kill women because this woman put them on child support because they don't want to pay for another child support check. Isn't that why the same reason why that NFL player that just got released after 18 years, he had killed his girlfriend while she was pregnant,
Shut up trying to talk about my stories in the sleep.
and the baby lived but she died? He shot her because he didn't want to pay child support.
And you didn't learn shit from that? If you a woman right now, that Ray Carew story ought to make you say, you know what? I'm going to go and talk to this nigga before I announce that I'm pregnant. So what would you do if I was pregnant? I'd be happy. You sure? I don't think I want a baby right now. Baby, you know how happy I'd be if I had a baby. Let him go and talk. Well, you sure you wouldn't be upset? Or you think you're in position to have a baby? No, I'll be so happy. Well, good, nigga. I'm 6 months pregnant. Nah. I've been hiding this shit and wearing big sweaters. I was scared, boy. Woo! You had me worried. Boy, that's good. I'm doing 2 weeks. I was just
He didn't want to pay child support. Even though the car that she was driving in, he got her. He was always giving her money. He was always taking care of her financially. I think the difference between him voluntarily giving her money versus him required to give her money was two different things. Men put more value in money than they do anything else, and then they wonder why so many women come after money.
Again, y'all need to pay attention to what women's saying. She said men put a value on money than anything else, and they wonder why women come after their money. You want me to give you guys an analogy to that? That's the equivalent of a woman saying, you know, we value our pussy. Well, bitch, that's why we go after that and try to use that then fuck you up. Well, you know, I value my children. Yeah, that's why we go around try to kill them. Because that's what she's saying. We just try to destroy your life because we know you value that. What the fuck? You go after what I value and you try to take it because you're trying to hurt me. Damn.
I think being responsible enough to have a substantial amount of income flowing, I think that shows women the security that they need.
And what shows men what they need? Now, I like it because it's fun with me. Like if I'm in a relationship with one, bitch, you ain't gotta have no money. Something I didn't clean up and cook a little bit. Whatever else you need, you got it. Pat me on the back every now and again and say, good job, nigga. That's it. That's all I need. But those are relationships that work like that. Guys, every relationship dynamic is special on its own. Don't have nobody making you feel bad about the way your relationship is going if your relationship is going. But this woman is sitting up here talking all this big shit about a man who they have the exact same, their lives are mirrored.
You know? I think women, that's what a lot of women are looking for when they're dating these guys. And they're looking for, security.
It says the woman who got with what she described was a bum. An uneducated bum. Let's get it straight.
Now, again, I don't think I spent enough time talking about the struggle of holding a man down. All these things that a man has to work on.
She holding him down right now by fucking with him, and boy, he can't move on with his wife. I'd hate to be his wife. Well, not only did you fuck this hoe, every day this hoe is making videos about you and this baby and talking about you and then bringing up my name in the process, man. Like I would just be like, as much as I love you, husband, I can't put up with this because you're going to have to deal with this for the next fucking 18 years of your life, which means I'm going to have to put up with this for the next 18 years of my life.
You want to do better. You want to be a better woman. You want a better situation, but you look in the direction of a man who isn't even doing better for himself and you expect him to get better than what you are. I mean, and I'm just talking to women out here who have their own. You have your own. That means you need to go out here and get your equal. Not a man that you can take care of. Trust me. It's cuffing season right now, right? It's cuffing season. Okay? Everybody trying to find their boo thing for the wintertime. Right? Because they want somebody to cuddle and hold. It's a lot of dudes out here that's been jumping from couch to couch.
Yeah, Streamlabs is easy. Moderators, put the link in there for them so they can have Streamlabs.
Couch to couch to couch all summer.
So they can throw some crispy cash. Give me crispy cash and I'll bring Priest on the show. Give me enough crispy cash, I'll bring fucking pastor on the show. I'll bring the rabbi on the show. We won't just bring the priest.
And now they're going to be looking to try to find a chick off Tinder. Damn, POF. Shit, even Facebook. Trying to find a chick that they can spit out the word, I love you to, so she could put a roof over his head. It's men out there like that. And that's another reason why I think women who are financially in a good place, you need to also find someone who's your equal. Like I said the other day in the live chat I was doing, I was talking about how the basics of stuff everybody should have before they start dating, which is a house, a car.
All things that she did not have. You guys do understand, these are all things that this woman did not have. And people should have the basics of things. Ooh.
A job. Like when I started dating Priest, right? I had a house, I'm sorry. I had a house. I had a car and 4 sources of income and was looking for a house. I wanted to get out of the house that I was in.
Why does she keep talking like that, Chris Law, man? Chris Law in the building. Say what's up to him, Mr. Law 217. Why does she keep talking like that? She said, I have 4 sources of income. She keeps saying that every time she's talking about it. And I had 4 sources of income. 4 sources of income.
Because number one, it was way too far away from Atlanta, and I wanted to be closer to Atlanta. So I was looking for a house, and I'm thinking he lives with his family in Stone Mountain. This is what I was thinking. I was thinking he lived with his family. All right. And so that's why I wasn't like pressuring him to, introduce me. You know what I'm saying? Like I was more like, let's just hang out, and be cool and have fun and go out to places, because we were going out a lot. We went on so many dates, before we even had sex. And I was not anxious to meet his family at all. And I was looking for places, and I was just trying to figure out, where did I want to live in Atlanta? I knew I wanted an apartment. I didn't want a house. I just wanted an apartment because it was just going to be me. Me and my dog. And I have a little Yorkie named Buttons. And I was like, it's just going to be me and my dog.
Notice she was saying she was looking for a place because it's going to be her and her dog, not her and her daughter. She was looking for a place because it's going to be her and her dog, not her and her daughter.
So let me just give me like a little 2-bedroom or something. I can have my regular bedroom and then have a YouTube room.
If you like. She said, let me just get me a 2-bedroom, and listen to what she said. 1 bedroom would be for her room. The other room would be a YouTube room. How many miles away do I live from my daughters? What do they have in this house? Regardless of whatever the fuck happened, if they mama kicked them out tomorrow, guess where they can stay? Guess what they already walk into when they come in the house? How often do I get to see those girls when they that far away? Yet I refuse to get a place without them having their own room. Do you guys understand that? I refuse to get a place, and those of you who know me know this is true. I refuse to have a place to live where they can't come and have their own place, their own space. And if they mama just wake up one day and get hit by a bus, they would have somewhere to be. But this is a mother. This is a mom who said, well, I just figured I'd get me a 2-bedroom house, 1 room for myself and my dog, and the other room for YouTube, this thing that I go to and beg everybody for. Hashtag crispy cash.
Or like an office to where I can do stuff at.
What kind of chocolate is this?
And so I'm thinking, Priest live with his family.
I like dark chocolate.
And
it's good for your heart too.
I'm split everything with him. Everything with him. We went out of town.
No one had half the battle.
And I remember us being at like this mansion party, and I remember telling y'all about the mansion party, and people were slick asking me, was this a swingers party? It was not a swingers party, it was just a regular mansion pool party. Even though people was doing a lot of sexual activity and it was strippers and stuff in it, it was definitely a mansion party. It was not a swingers party. I remember him stepping out and leaving for a second and getting on the phone.
Good, dear.
Okay, he said, I need to take this phone call, and he left. And so I let him go. And then he came back and, went back to our regularly scheduled program. And then after the party, we went back to our hotel room, and because we were out of town. We went back to our hotel room. And then that next morning, we drove back to Atlanta because we was in Georgia. We was just far out of town. So we drove back to Atlanta, and when we got back to Atlanta, not Atlanta, but like Stone Mountain, we saw that the Caribbean parade was on, and we sat down and had a good time at the Caribbean parade. We sat down and we just talked. We sat down in the grass. It was a beautiful day. And then he asked to talk to me, and then that's when he told me that him and Sonia had been living together, and now she was mad at him and that he was moving out. And I was looking at him like, what? Like, you live with a woman? Like, I was like, excuse me? You live with a woman? I was just so like, in my mind, I wanted to fucking strangle him. That was when I should have left him, right?
Y'all hear that, right? Y'all hear that, right? You found out what? All this shit. That was when I should have left him. And yet here we are today when you have a baby by that guy. That's what I've never understood about black women. I've been telling you guys, if you got a baby daddy and he ain't shit, don't go around saying that. Make up a damn past for your baby daddy. Tell your baby that they baby, sure. Tell their baby that their baby daddy was an astronaut. You know, I'm serious. You tell him that he went to the moon and they couldn't bring him back, but he died serving his country very, very well, and he loved you. And I don't get it.
And so he was upset. He was crying and shit. I didn't want to talk to him. He was calling and calling. I didn't want to answer. The next day he was calling. I didn't want to answer. And I ended up answering the phone. And I said, could you like not keep calling me over and over again? Like, I need some time to think about this situation. And you calling me isn't doing anything but annoying the fuck out of me. This is basically what I was saying.
Chocolate covered strawberries.
I just need a second to think about this before I respond to you. Because the way that I responded to him, I didn't yell or anything. I was just quiet. Like, when he said it to me, I was so pissed. I didn't yell at him. I was just looking at him like, nigga, oh my God. I didn't say anything. So he was just calling and calling and calling. And so finally I was like, give me a second. And so he said to me, he was going to move and he definitely wanted to be with me. And I was thinking to myself, I want to move too. I'm moving. I'm in the process of moving. And now he's in the process of moving. And initially, I didn't think he was going to move. I think he was just saying that. But then he started sending pictures of him moving. Like, he sent pictures of him having his stuff filled with, his truck filled with all of his things.
So, okay. So the man you found was living with a woman that you still kept talking to, kept sending you pictures of him moving his stuff out of his wife's house. Oh yeah, I would do well to have some red wine. You're right, and that put me to sleep. But if you know this man excuse me, if you know this man has all these deficiencies, how could you then let yourself have a baby by him? Seriously. How does this happen? Oh, hey, Chris, if y'all can talk to him, I'll have him on the show. But I don't know. The only way you talk to him is if you was trying to pull a 50 Cent. Have a baby by me, baby. Be on welfare. I think that's how that song go.
He took pictures to prove to me that he was moving out of there. And that he was going to live with his grandmother. And I was thinking, this grown ass man is going to move with his grandmother? I remember I was thinking, you gotta move with your grandmother.
And you still had a baby by him.
Anyway, I don't know when it occurred to me that us moving together was a good idea. I think it was after my daughter's father said it to me. Because I remember my daughter's father, he knew about priests. He said, I know you're looking for a place and you and this guy, you like really like this guy. Why don't y'all two live together? I was like, what?
What baby daddy would say this shit? Seriously. What baby daddy do you know would tell a woman that he know does a bad job of picking boyfriends? Hey, since you're with this guy, and why don't you guys move in? Really?
Me, baby, be a millionaire. Have a baby by me, baby.
Be on welfare.
Have a baby by me, baby.
Be on welfare. Be on welfare. Be on welfare.
Have a baby by me, baby.
Be on welfare. You in that thing. Come on now. Have a baby by me, baby. Be on welfare. Come on.
Like, cause I had never like really lived with another guy other than him. I was looking at him like, you want me to what? I was like, that might be a good idea. Like, I didn't even think of it that way. I was just like, I didn't even think of it that way. But nowhere in my mind was I thinking I was thinking it was gonna be like a struggle situation. Like me and him was gonna be struggling together, and I didn't think that. I was thinking, oh well, he has a job. I have 4 sources of income.
He has a job. I have 4 sources of income, and she keeps saying this shit. I think I might turn that into a song. Have a baby by me, baby. Be on welfare. He has a job. I have 4 sources of income. Why does this idiot keep saying that?
I'm looking for a place. All we gotta do is just agree on where we can live at. You know, that's all we got to do. We should be fine, right?
A grown ass man moving in a house
So
with
I
his
was like,
grandma.
okay, I'll be going over there anyway. He lived like an hour away, like an hour and a half away. Priest lived so far away. Like on a good day when there was no traffic, it would take me like an hour. But let it have been traffic, it would take me like an hour and a half to get to Priest. Just depending on which way I would go. And so I was like, that's a good ass idea. He was like, you always gone. You always with him. I was like, oh, okay. And so I don't remember whether it was me who brought up the idea of moving together or whether it was Priest's idea for us to move together. Somehow we ended up with this idea of living together. And I was okay with it. I was like, okay. Now that I think back about it, I think it was more of a let's live together out of convenience. I don't think it was a let's live together because we're deeply in love with each other and we want to be around each other all the time. I think it was, like this is a good fit. We're both looking for a place to live, so this fits really good. So I don't think it had anything to do with our relationship.
This is a good fit. We're both looking for a place to live. Who has ever said that in their life and thought, yeah, girl, I should probably be with this guy because we're both looking for a place to live. I don't have a car. He doesn't have a car. This is perfect. God, dog. Happy Halloween, bitches, because this trick was out looking for a treat.
At all. And so then when we started living together, I actually
At all.
liked the idea of us living together. But as we were at his grandmother's house and I was coming over to his house, to his grandmother's house to spend the night, I would only...
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. She said she was going over to spend the night and fucking this nigga in his grandma's house. I wonder how she got there. I wonder if she had to go over the river and through the woods. You get it? Because I said over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. Oh.
He liked the idea of us living together. But as we were at his grandmother's house and I was coming over to his house, to his grandmother's house to spend the night, I would only do that because I live so far. Like, I live so fucking far. I used to hate that drive sometimes. And he never liked driving, so I would always have to do the drive myself. And so that bothered me. But I wasn't thinking in my mind we were going to be in a position to where we would struggle, because I didn't think I was going to get sick.
I did not think we would be in a position for we were going to struggle while I was going to drive so far just to be at his grandma's house because he didn't like to drive. Bitch, how can you tell any woman what to do in a relationship when you had a grown man tell you he don't like driving, so hence you had to get in your raggedy mobile to drive to his grandma's house to fuck. Ladies, if you fucking a man that live in his mama's house or his grandma's house, you slipping. If that's where you gotta fuck him, that shows you have no respect for yourself or him or her. I don't even think I can fuck in my mama's house. Now I might do some shit like that to just be wild at this point. You know, like we go visit for Thanksgiving and be like, shit, I'm fucking mama's house. But we got somewhere to go if she catch us and kick us out. That's why we doing it. I'm doing it to get back for all them years, bitch. You gonna see me fucking in your house. I might make a bunch of noise. Be up in that bitch fucking like Randy Macho Man Savage when I get ready to come. Ooh, yeah.
And I didn't think that priest was going to ask me to get rid of certain sources of income. I didn't think he was going to ask me that. Because he was asking me to get rid of people. So in order for me to get rid of certain people, I had to get rid of certain sources of income. And so
she said in order for her to get rid of certain people, she got to get rid of certain sources of income. You know what that is, right? She's a hoe. Thank you. Somebody wrote this prostitution. How in the hell can you say you had to get rid of some people to get rid of some source of income? That we know what that is. God, dog.
Then it started trickling to where once I got rid of this person and that source of income, it affected enough together. So I ended up going from 4 to 2. And then something happened to my car. And I was driving like Uber at the time as an additional supplement to my 4 sources of income.
She keeps saying it too. As an additional supplement to my 4 sources of income. Whatever the fuck you're doing when you got all them sources of income, you still coming up short. You might need to consolidate them down sources of income. And
that, I think it was something that had to do with my ticket. I had like a ticket. And
damn, that's when they lying, when they start smacking their teeth.
I wanted to replace my car. I remember Priest going.
Okay. She wanted to replace her car, but she had a ticket she couldn't pay. There's something wrong with black chicks. You already behind and you don't kick yourself farther, huh? That's what you about to do. Listen to what it said. Just think about it. Just think about it. You couldn't pay a simple ticket on a car and you wanted to get another car. None of her stories make sense.
Went to the dealership with me, so I
right, 4 sources of income, you can't pay a ticket.
And look at a new car.
And then she had a nerve to say 4 sources of income, and I was doing Uber to supplement the 4 sources of income.
Car. And I was really considering getting this new car until I looked at the insurance and how much that insurance would be on that motherfucker. Then I rethought it. I was like, oh no, I'm good. I was like, no, I'm good. I'll have to pass. But in my mind, I was thinking.
She laughed at the complete inappropriate times.
Okay, well, he's a man. You know what I mean? Like, he's my man. And we might struggle for a second until I bounce back. And I usually bounce back really quickly.
And yet you still trying to tell women how to get a man with some money while you were willing to sit up there and just keep working your ass off for a nigga who had none.
I'm not the type of person that it takes me forever to bounce back. I literally just, if I lose one source of income, it's easy for me to replace it with another. And so then when I got pregnant, like right after that, I think what ended up getting me pregnant though, actually, was because we was around each other more and we were probably having way more sex this time around.
I think what ended up getting me pregnant was because we were around each other and we were having way more sex. And this woman who couldn't pay for a ticket on a vehicle. This is what I want you guys to understand. This is how America has allowed women to be very irresponsible. This woman could not pay for a ticket on a car, could not pay for the insurance on a car, could not maintain the car she had, could not maintain a place to live. And yet she said, I think what got me pregnant was we had a bunch of sex, not the fact that you didn't do anything to stop it at all, knowing you couldn't even afford to pay for something as simple as a ticket. Now, I want you guys to understand, if a woman cannot pay for a car, but believes she can pay for a kid, there's something fucking wrong. If a woman cannot pay for insurance on herself, but believes she can pay for insurance on a kid, there's something fucking wrong. If a woman cannot afford to pay for insurance on a car, but believes she can pay for a child and a child care and everything it takes to bring that child up, there's something fucking wrong with that. And only in America are you allowed to understand that you can't do these things, regular things in life, but you can have a kid, because that's one of those sources of income.
You know what I mean? Because initially we weren't doing.
I see 19-year-old bitches with babies living better than 19-year-old bitches with jobs. The bitch is 19, got a job, go to work every damn day and be struggling to make a couple of damn dollars here and there. The bitch with a baby for some reason be at the club all the time.
Each other often. When we weren't like staying with each other, we weren't like having all of this crazy sex, you know? But then when we ended up like deciding that we wanted to live together, we started to have sex more often because we were around each other more often. And so anyway, when I ended up getting pregnant, here's the funny thing about my pregnancy. I kept having this feeling, like even before I was pregnant, I kept saying, why do I feel pregnant? Like I feel like I'm pregnant. And I kept saying to him, I feel pregnant. I'm telling you, I have like this energy. I feel like something, I don't know. I just felt pregnant. And I kept saying to him, I feel like I'm about to have a baby. And I would look to see if my cycle was coming on and it would come on. And I felt like that 2 months before I got pregnant. I felt like that 2 months before I got pregnant.
And kept on poking the bear. Literally. He kept on poking the bear, literally. I know.
I was literally feeling like, even when I was on my cycle, I kept saying, why do I feel like, you know, and I think that was just me feeling justice coming. I think that was just intuition. Like my intuition was saying, okay, you're going to have a baby. You're about to have a baby. You're going to have a baby. Not even in it wasn't a logical thing of, okay, I'm having a lot of sex, so apparently I'm going to have a child and get pregnant really, really soon.
Only a bitch sits there and says, in my intuition, you kept fucking raw. This will eventually happen. It happens to animals. No, your intuition told you.
Because, of course, I had tried and couldn't. I tried and couldn't. I've been engaged 3 times, tried it.
She tried. Yep. She's been engaged 3 times, and she tried all 3 times to get a baby by the people she was engaged with. What she's basically telling you is she goes around fucking with no condom, and she hasn't gotten pregnant in the last 17 years. That's what she's saying. What she's telling you guys is she just goes around having random ass sex, which a lot of black chicks do. You know how many black chicks I've heard say, I don't think I can get pregnant. Literally meaning that they've been fucking a bunch of dudes, letting them come in them, and they got no baby. So by their logic, they didn't go to a doctor to check on it. They just assume they can't get pregnant. So that means they were trying to.
Couldn't. It wasn't happening for me. So.
No, you're right. Somebody wrote she's had abortions. She actually talked on a show. Guys, this is how much of a liar she is. When she was talking about the prospect of having an abortion for the baby she got now, she actually said that she's had, what was it? What was the number she said? It was like a big number. I think she said she'd had like 5 or 6 abortions. She said, oh, I'm not against abortion. I've had, and then she just like said out a number. I was like, what the fuck? Right, 6 abortions. I thought so. I remember the number. It's like 6.
When I found out I was pregnant, it was a shock, but at the same time, it's like, for some reason, I knew. I was like, I should have known. Like, first of all, I should have trusted my judgment, and I should have trusted my intuition. And I remember saying, my intuition told me that something was wrong with Priest.
You know how full of shit I feel if I know a bitch done had abortions for other niggas' babies, but for some reason she had mine? Again, this goes back to what I was trying to tell that hoe that came in here earlier, talking about it's his fault. She got to pick and choose what baby she let come into the world. She got to pick and choose what baby she let come into the world. Somebody said that $505 might be for another abortion. Could be.
The beginning, but my intuition didn't tell me to run. You see what I'm saying? Like, my intuition didn't say, I need you to run. Like, usually if I'm introducing myself to a guy, my intuition will talk to me and I'll listen and it'll say leave. My intuition didn't say that with Priest. It said something's going on with this dude, but don't run. So now that I think about it in hindsight, I think it was just because I was supposed to have justice. You know what I mean? You know, and I think the reason why Priest and I ended up...
And listen to her logic. You aborted all them other kids, but now you're going to somehow say it was because I was supposed to have justice.
Together, it has something to do with justice and not necessarily my relationship with Priest. So anyway, as we were sitting there, and we used to get in the back of his truck and talk, and you know, just sleep in the back of the truck for fun, because we both like being outdoors.
We would sleep in the back of the truck for fun. Guys, what grown ass man and woman would sleep in the back of the truck for fun? I can see if you're 17. I've never slept in the back of my truck for fun. I've never slept in the back of that truck for fun. And she said they would frequently sleep in the back of the truck for fun. Grown ass people.
And a lot of women said to me, you know, even when you two were doing this for fun, why were you okay with it? Because other women wouldn't have allowed him to even that wouldn't even have been classified as a quality time type of thing for most women. Because most women, you know, aren't the type that like outdoors. When they're dating a man, they want to go on dates, they want to go to the movies, they want to go to, you know, on trips and cruises and stuff like that. And me, I was like, well, we're going to do all of those things anyway, but I don't need for us to do that immediately for me to feel like we are going to do those things. Because I'm going to do those things whether we together or not.
Okay, let's talk to you guys for a second. Number one, she said sleeping in the back of the truck for fun. She said she's an outdoorsy person. Let's tell the truth, guys. Sleeping in a car is not an outdoor activity. Who's ever thought or did sleeping in a car is equivalent to camping? It's never been equivalent to camping. Ever. Especially if you sleeping in the city outdoors. So come on. Number two, the dude already said that they were sleeping in the car and taking baths at Walmart because they were homeless. The dude said it. Dude already said it.
You see what I'm saying? This is how I was thinking. And so, but when I tell other women that I did this, sometimes they're like, why the hell did you think that it was okay that he had you, you know, in the back of his truck? And I tell women, it isn't that he like coerced me and manipulated me to be in the back of his truck living there.
She said, it isn't like he converts me. Listen, I'm gonna make sure I didn't say, I don't want to say something that she didn't say. So let me see if she said it again before I correct her.
That he had you in the back of his truck. And I told him, it isn't that he like coerced me and manipulated me to be in the back of his
Oh, she said coerced me.
truck
coerced.
living there.
There's no H, but coerced.
It was more of, it kind of gradually went there by nature. And then I got sick of being back there. Because I was like, we can't be, number one, it's about to be winter. We can't be living in the back of a truck. And I think the reason why I'm circling back to this type of when I was living in the truck is because we were doing that around this time last year. Because this was around the time where I started being like, nigga, it's about to be cold outside and I'm pregnant. We found out I was pregnant in September. I got pregnant in August. We found out I was pregnant in September. Okay.
She got pregnant in a car, guys. She got pregnant in a car.